Hey guys, Kurt from Time Machine Transfer. Let me take off my shoes. I'm just still stuck in the shop in Barstow. So, anyways, it was fun. Well, it was more gross than anything. So, I woke up this morning and I'm laying like this, and you can see out into the shop, and you're like, fuck. If I was a homeless person, I'd probably be very, very grateful for this. But the story continues. And this just makes me even more mad at Cabreras. So, anyways, I if you know me, if you've known me for quite some time, I actually was in an airborne unit, a combat unit. We were considered an elite combat unit because we were the only airborne unit over in Vicenza, Italy. So, anyways, and we went to Iraq, so on, blah blah blah. So, and the reason for that, the mention of this, is I can withstand a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. Lots of stuff. Lots of stuff. So, to the average person waking up inside of a shop, and I have a couple fans in my truck. It was, if you're full-blooded Mexican or whatever, you're or full-blooded Nigerian or Somalian or whatever, you probably this wouldn't be warm to you at all. You'd probably be wearing a fucking blanket last night. But anyways, I had a fan on me or whatever. I was sleeping in my drawers because it was kind of warm in here. Anyways, and I was kind of really hoping that I wouldn't have to spend a night in the shop, but it was, by the time they didn't finish the truck because they're taking their time and they're doing it right. I don't blame them at all. I blame Cabreras. And it was late. And actually the hotel, when I called last night to make a reservation for today, was the Best Western down the street. I called, but they were booked, and I wouldn't have went over there last night anyways. I mean, this kind of stuff really doesn't faze me. It's more comical than anything, but and it's funny, but it's very gross. So, anyways, my boy Victor was over there making breakfast. Offered me breakfast, but I ain't eating that. I'll show you why. So, anyways, he's my boy though. I love me some Victor. But anyways, if you're, like back in the day during the cowboy days, and you're like, they full-blooded Apache. Well, if you're full-blooded Mexican, this shit ain't bad for you. And my brother Jose Gonzalez, he stood up in our wedding. One of my best friends. How you doing, brother? Anyways, Mike O'Hara, how you doing, brother? And Pastor Rick and Bob Crum and Jason Gilbert, Stevie K, Unknown User, Joaquin, all you guys. And there's another guy I wanted to mention too, because you always comment on my videos, man. I'm really Star Trucking, I think it is. I'm sorry, man. Anyways, and anybody else who watches my videos that I tend to forget about, I apologize. So, my cousin Joe. Anyways, cousin Dan. So, but I always, just dig on him or whatever, Jose, because obviously he's Mexican, I'm white. I wish I spoke Spanish like he spoke English, or these guys. I wish I spoke Spanish like Jose, the owner of Jay's Repair here, spoke English, because I think it's a necessity. And there's ignorant people that say, oh, you're in my country, you should speak my English. Fuck off. I mean, you need to learn Spanish regardless. When I was in Italy, we took Italian courses. So I think it's very, very imperative that you learn another language, especially Spanish. So, anyways, back to the story, Kurt. So, hi, everybody. So I just got back from getting coffee across the street at the Loves. This is I've never spent the night in the shop, in a shop, even my own shop. I've never spent the night. I've been there all night working on something, but I've never spent the night in my shop. And it was peaceful, it was quiet. I think I got a couple birds in here. They probably nest up and they fly in during the day, and then when they open the doors, they fly back out. You could hear a couple little tweets here and there, but it was quiet, just the air is very stagnant. Anyways, get to the meaty part here. So the reason I mentioned being in the combat unit is you see some pretty grotesque stuff, and guys living with guys can be pretty hazardous. Very, very hazardous. I remember one time we were in our barracks and we put cellophane, clear, the cellophane wrap. I went and I lifted up all the toilet seats and I put cellophane wrap over the top of the toilets really tight, and then I put the seats down. And when some guys went in there to drop a deuce or a dozer or a growler, when it just literally would press up against their ass cheeks. So it was kind of funny. But anyways, so guys living with guys can be pretty hazardous. You see a lot of really, really grotesque shit. And my teeth are all just about all done. Like, I had a missing tooth right here, believe it or not. And those Invisalign braces only have a couple more weeks. So I'm very, very proud of my smile now. Cheese. Anyways, so I mentioned being in a combat unit because it's you can put up with a lot of stuff when you see a lot of stuff and smell a lot of stuff and whatever, especially being in Iraq and stuff like that. So anyways, I'll show you. So I put this bucket in my truck for garbage bags, and I never thought it'd really be used for anything else. Well, this morning I'll take you for a tour. Put my shoes back on. Hi, Victor. I'm doing a video. I'm my buddy right there. I love me some Victor. He's a good dude. Anyways, so normally I stay right outside that door. So I've never used the bathroom in here a day in my life. Never went in the fridge a day in my life till I bought beers yesterday for the guys for staying hot on my truck. But they use this big bin of water. And what I was mentioning about my brother Jose being from Mexico and these guys being from Mexico, Mexicans are very, very resilient, man. They don't waste. Like when I go out in my truck, I bring 40 gallons of water. So I understand this concept here because I literally take whore baths in the morning when I'm in my truck. So I literally will probably use this much of a gallon of water every morning to wash my face, wet my hair, brush my chops, and wipe down, my body. And then I use a lot of baby wipes. Excuse me. So there's my birdie friends up there. There they are. Anyways, so I understand this whole concept. Other Americans probably wouldn't because we're a bunch of spoiled babies. So what they do is they fill up and they just wash up here. I'm sure, and I also see it in the truck stops. Like, I don't brush my teeth in the truck stops because they're grotesque. Guys washing their feet and ass in the sink, and I was in Indiana one time. Gary. Oh, my brother Mikey. I know you watch my videos. I'm sorry, brother. My biological brother. And Mikey and I were in Gary, and there was this old black lady at the register. Nice lady. And she goes, "Oh yeah, they so nasty. They be washing their feet and their ass in that sink." Anyway, so back to the point. So I understand this concept because, like I said, and the reason why I go out with about 30 to 40 gallons, normally between 35 and 40 gallons of water in my truck, is because truck stops gouge you $3.99 to $4.99 a gallon. So, and don't use plastic bottles or plastic gallons and just toss them. It's ruining our planet, man. Watch a documentary on plastics, man. It's very sad. So again, I understand this concept because water is very scarce in California, and they don't waste. These guys, when they get all greased up and everything, they just do this thing or whatever. However, I didn't know that this pertained to this. So, I don't know. Probably, and I love my guy Jose. I mean, he's the best. He's a kind man. He's a good man, but he's also a very I wouldn't say cheap. He's very frugal. And that's why he's got lots of money. Guy's got a shit ton of money. So anyways, so don't, it's not like he's poor. It's not like he does this because he can't afford running water in this place. They have running water. He just doesn't use it because the bathroom's all fucked up. I just found out this morning. But he's just very frugal. And that's what I have a lot mad respect for Mexicans for. They're very, very resilient. And they, their country is raised, or not raised, but their country's like this, right? So poverty stricken. So I run in here this morning because I had Victor and I had 3 beers with him last night. We're sitting across the table, just basically eyeballing each other because he understands very little English and I understand very little Spanish. So it was basically a fucking staring contest. So after 3 beers, I went ahead and went in my truck and had some food. But I also ate a couple things of onion rings from Burger King yesterday, and I don't eat that shit. So that shit went through me. So anyways, and I'm getting the whole story down so you guys can get what happened. So wake up in the truck around 6, and I'm like, oh man, I gotta take care of business quick. So I'm like, oh shit, I know the bathroom's right here. So I get out of the truck, and the Loves is, I'll show you. I mean, good luck getting over there if you got a dropper. So run over here, run in here, I'm like, oh hell no, no. So I didn't. So then I had to use my bucket in the truck. Yeah, and I wash my hands. I have hand sanitizer in there, and like I said, I use a lot of baby wipes, so I know it's TMI, but it was funny. It just put things in perspective, like fucking Cabreras. So anyways, so yeah, that bucket is definitely coming handy. I never thought it would be that way. So my guy Victor's over there eating breakfast, and so he offered me some breakfast, but when I put beers in the fridge yesterday for the guys, when he offered me breakfast, I'm like, oh, I ain't eating out of that. And I've been in a lot of shop fridges before. They're like, oh, go grab a water or something. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I open it, I'm like, oh, shit. I'm like, so anyways, if this were my shop, I'd go ahead and I would fucking put a forklift underneath that bitch, and that bitch would be in the dumpster, and I'd be on my guys. I don't even want to open that, but yeah, that shit wouldn't happen in my shop. Hell no. We have a freezer. We have a baby fridge, but nothing that big. But that shit would be in the fucking garbage. Get TB or a fucking staph infection eating out of that motherfucker, or even maybe rubbing up against it. So, but anyways, so I'm gonna put you guys on pause. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm just gonna bring you guys on a walk with me. Hold on, I'm gonna put you on pause and grab my coffee. All right, guys, I'm back. So, anyways, so I had an AC problem over at Cabreras. My AC line burst, and shit, nice battery cover out there. Anyways, my AC line burst, so I couldn't do my AC. Last time I was here, this old Freightliner, that's where I've gotten some parts off for my truck, because those old Freightliners, except it wasn't in this state, they just sold the motor and the frame. The point is, if you guys have older trucks, if you ever had a mechanic, and they got something like this, man, go over their truck and try to get any old parts you can off of it, because especially the AC components or system, very, very hard to find parts for that, I guess. So anyways, so you see, so normally I park out here, right? Well, that Loves it's a little bit of a skip and a jump if you got a dropper, and you better not fall. You better make it, or you're gonna be embarrassed. So anyways, that was my dilemma this morning. So, and it was interesting. It was interesting. And yes, I am wearing my same clothes from yesterday, because that's what we do as truck drivers. So I don't sleep in these. I got pajamas. The nice fucking unicorn pajamas I wear. I just either sleep in my drawers or shorts or sweatpants, depending on how cold it is. But I know some guys that just sleep right in their clothes. I can't do that. So anyways, I am checking into a hotel today. Like I said, I called yesterday, made a reservation, and I wasn't. I mean, she's like, "We're full." I'm like, "I'm not looking for a room tonight, anyways." It was already too late, and I was like, "I ain't walking over there." But then Jose said, "You can just use the. Oh, I'll show you guys the death machine," and it's really not that shabby. I mean, on my way back, I did about 70. And the reason why I was doing shit while I was shaking like fucking like a Parkinson's patient or victim or whatever you call it, like Michael J. Fox. And but the windows, it's just very, very dirty. But I mean, from point A to point B, but like Danny Lee said, a bad ride is better than a good walk. So, but anyway, so on the way back, I think maybe once the dirt and grime blew off of it when I was doing 70, maybe, I don't know. But on the way back, I did about 70-ish, 70 something. Made good time actually, and it actually wasn't too bad. But I didn't want to push it because they just put a new motor in this. You know, I'd feel really bad if I'd start beating on that thing and then I blow the motor. I'd be like, fuck, nah. Now not only do I got to pay the bill here, I got to get these guys a fucking new motor. So anyways, so I am going to a hotel, not because, you know, that stuff like this really bothers me. It's just I want to take a shower, I want to lay down in the bed, and it's actually kind of cool out here right now. I mean, comfortably cool. But, you know, I know my wallet doesn't say bad motherfucker on it, but I do have a couple single-dollar bills in there that say bad motherfucker on it. So, you guys ever see the Pulp Fiction movie with Samuel L. Jackson? When the people are sticking up that restaurant, tells her to go in the bag and look for his wallet. This is bad motherfucker. She goes, what does it look like? It says bad motherfucker on it. So like I said, my wallet doesn't say bad motherfucker on it, but I got a couple single-dollar bills in there that say bad motherfucker on it. So anyways, so yeah, so I just wanted to tell you guys the you know, it really puts things in perspective, and people think that when you drive semi, all you do is well, at least I don't know how company drivers are, if you got people that actually have or have not gone through this before. I've been in a lot of tough situations, and my wife is like, you're the most patient individual I've ever met in my life. And I believe I am. I tell people, if you can't find the positive out of a negative, you're not searching hard enough. That's truly how I feel. So, but anyways, it's not that like I said, I just really want to get out of the truck for a little bit. It's been 3 weeks now, or 4 weeks. I think going on 4 weeks. Tomorrow will be 3 weeks, I think, or 4 weeks. Anyways, you lose track in the truck. My point is, people think, oh, you just drive semi. All you do is drive. Not this guy. Not this guy. I don't just fucking drive. See all the shit I got to deal with. So it really, oh my God, it really takes a toll on you after a while. So yeah. So, but anyways, so I really appreciate everybody's support and comments and texts and calls and stuff like that. So but yeah, like I said on the video yesterday, I don't know what's up with the thick O-rings. I'm gonna tomorrow I'm texting my guy Tommy at Freightliner and saying, hey, why don't you guys have that in your system? Because I swear, right hand to God, that my Freightliner guys never, and they didn't even know about the smash washers. They didn't even have a part number for the smash washer or the graphite washer or seal or whatever you want to call it that goes over the tip of the injector. They didn't even have a part number. So this girl Amanda over at Freightliner, she went and she Googled it, and Google gave the part number. So that's how they got the part number. So they only sold me, and they only had on their end what's required for my injectors are the 6 orange, the 12 black, and the actually the graphite washers weren't even on there. They're like, I don't know if that goes on your truck. But this dude over in Vegas, and I understand it's Oak Creek, Wisconsin, but Truck Country is a big organization, and they got centers all around the Midwest. I mean, nice centers. They're not like these little, and Oak Creek's not a small little what are they, hillbilly town or anything like that. It's got a decent amount of people. It's an upscale community. So, but so yeah, so I'm gonna have to talk to him and say, how did this guy Dick over at North Las Vegas Freightliner, how did he have in his system, the orange, the black, the thick black, and then the smash washer or the seal or whatever? That's crazy, because now maybe that's why my truck has never really run to full potential after I put the injectors in. So I'm kind of disappointed. Well, I'm not disappointed. I'm pissed at Freightliner. So, anyways, do your due diligence, I guess. But anyways, at the end of the day, now I'm just gabbing. It is 12, it's Central Time. I'm noon here, so I'm gonna check in around 2 o'clock. So, but anyways, I just figured I'd tell you guys about like I said, it's funny. I know it's TMI, but like I said, I've never been in the fridge till yesterday. I've never been in the bathroom till yesterday, or till this morning. And yeah, you get TB or staph infection around this bitch. But at the end of the day, you don't go, they're not, and I've seen a lot of filthy bathrooms and refrigerators at shops. The thing is you don't go to a chef or a hospital looking for a mechanic, right? Well, you don't come to a mechanic shop looking for a fucking Mary Maid or, a chef or, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So they're not, I'm different. I mean, but some guys aren't, some people aren't, some shops aren't, whatever. But my in their defense, like I said, they're not here to clean refrigerators and microwaves and bathrooms. They're here to get people's trucks done and make make that dollar bill, y'all. Anyways, hope you guys are doing well. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Ciao.